putting in the new Hemi motor, motor mounts on there. It's a real interesting build. This one right here was probably my last ride when I had this one. I said I'm gonna get it done. Seems like it's always something. So we're taking this one off, stripping it off, taking all the parts off of this one, and take sensors, everything. I want to transfer it over. Pretty good job. Got my main man, Freddie B, the man that does everything. So, real excited about this build, though. Real excited about this build. Real excited about this build. Get Erica. That's how it look when you pull them. Pull them and yank them. So, just a little footage, Got Freddie. A little footage, man, out here. And we'll get it done. You see that oil sensor I obtained by Freddie from the other one? I think that's it right there. That one. No, that's coolant.
Wow.
The oil is right here. The oil.
One of them is oil. It's somewhere. It's got some.
What?
It's got a sensor here.
What's the oil pressure sensor?
And then right here. This one might be the oil.
One of the oil pressure, one of the oil sending unit.
Yeah.
Then you got your
coolant sensor.
coolant sensor.
That's coolant sensor right there. Yeah.
So this must be the crank sensor.
Crank sensor.
Yeah.
Cam. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they come back to your house because they'll know exactly where to come to.
where it come? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
All right, bro. Okay, we starting out today. Got something different for you guys, man. We got a video blog. Got the Hemi. This is kind of an interesting build because I got the new motor in. Trying to do a few different things that to kind of present some stuff to the channel. So what I'll do is I'm not gonna talk too much. Do a blog all the way in. I got a little route I'm gonna run. I'll let you guys kind of hear the sound. The sound is booming, man. Got the new built motor. All the power that I was missing at first, man. I had, of course, it was cams. I had cams and lifters was wrong with it, and it just had a few miles on it. When I bought it, it was more of a deal. I liked the body. I was like, well, I know it's gonna cost a little something to get up on something, so I just did the same thing that I did with my truck. But this one had like 200,000 miles on it, a little bit over that. So it's more about trying to get it to where it's running good. It's running good. I think what I'm gonna do, I got a few different things. Try to just tune it up really good. We got the exhaust going. Probably send the ECU out, or even just buy another one to kind of just get everything rapid and flash it to where it's at. So just get your front footage, and then I'll turn this around as I go because I'm trying to try something a little different, run my sound, and then run my sound, and then we run like that. So here we go. Video vlog. really liking the setup on this one, man. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Took a little bit. Was kind of in debate. I was probably the last ride I had. Yeah, it was at the bottom. It felt like the rods was pushing up out here. I said, "Oh no, I gotta go there and get it done." So yeah, really good, pretty smooth. You get all that power, the spinning, and pretty powerful motor, man. I was kind of in debate on a few different things I want to do, but I like the setup on it. A real hard work, real hard running motor. I mean, you can tell its top end is a muscle car because of the way it just grinds and gets into the gears, and you know, it just wants to get good all the time. So we're gonna run it around, and then I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna show you the pictures of everything. So hopefully this thing is set up. Vlog in the car. I'm gonna probably turn off the sound because I just want to get a straight vlog this time. Last time I had one did all right. I had the video on. I just want to go here, go there, kind of show you how what's going on. But a real good car, powerful. I gotta just tune it in a little bit. Like I say, the tuner, I'm gonna go probably get another ECU, just match everything back up and go with something different. But I'm liking it. Power's there, everything is there. You know, just go like with anything. Anytime you get a new engine or car set up, you gotta tune it in, and especially with these cars when since they're so powerful, you with the exhaust and all that, you gotta have everything to where it's, you know, it's muscling in to where it's supposed to be at. So from there you be good. Got that power though. Got that power. That's what I'm talking. You can tell. I had a few issues with this one. I'm going to kind of get out. I'm going to go around it, show you all the stuff I installed. I got a few accessories that I added on, but I had a few major issues that was kind of, you know, they were created, you know, prior to me actually establishing the car to where it's at right now, if I could say it like that. But I had some motor mounts. I remember I was running in it because I think the motor was all right. I was just kind of in debate on, you know, whether or not, you know, I wanted to go as long as I was. I was just praying that I could just, you know, just get all the money out of what I had put in. But I figured, you know, like 200K, you know, it'd be going out. So that was the plan, right? So that's where we're at now with the new motor and everything. But it was just a lot of things that I was experiencing prior to this point where I'm at now. Like, you know, most of the time when you redo a motor, you do an engine, you take it out, you know, the cams, the rods, the lifters, you know, bearings, whatever, just making it malfunction. The engine just has wear on it, right? That's kind of, you know, what happens over a period of time. Well, with this one, I would get up on it, and like I say, it still had power. It had everything that I wanted, but it was more about, well, why is it doing that? You know, you probably ever see what's going on. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? And I just, you know, trying to figure everything out, trying to touch it down, you know. And once I got it to where I was, you know, I was real efficient with where everything was at. I had to figure out why, it was pulling, right? Like I get into like the, that was a 2K band or whatever, like second, third revs on it, and it would seem like it would, like the back end, the transmission would just dump. Like you could just hear it like pump. Like I would get up on it, like it was spinning, the motor was good, the cams hadn't went bad on it, and it would just like give me this little funny, strange feeling. Like just felt like the motor was like pulling up or something. And lo and behold, that's what it was. Well, I had to buy two brand new motor mounts on there. The motor mounts with these engines, the torque is so powerful. When you get up on that gear race and you slam it in, it literally wants to just pull the whole engine back, right? From what I'm experiencing. So I felt there was something strange. You know how you do stuff, why does it do that? You remember stuff that's going on, like, well, wait a minute, maybe, you know, and all this. And it was about me just kind of getting in tune with what was going on. Now, of course, me, a lot of times, every time I have something, where it's my motorcycles, you know, my sport bikes, you know, on my four-wheelers, I usually take care of my stuff really good, and it's always about touching on it. What's it doing? What's it saying? That's generally where it's at with me. But I usually do that. So I got on it a few times, and I was realizing that's what was going on, and I just had to actually once we pulled it, he said, "Oh man, them things." So motor mounts, what they go, it's like two big ones, right? They're like two big they're mounts, and they sit on the back. Actually, with this one, I've seen a few engines. The Ford, I've seen this one. I've seen Chevy. I've seen a Corvette, and well, most of them have like little pads that they got to screw on, right? So it's kind of more like a swivel because it's a stiff fit, but it has it has a bearing in there, but it's more like a spring bearing, but it's locked. It's solid more than a spring bearing, but it's not supposed to have play. But when you bust them and you break them out, they like this. I also had to get those in there, but that was that G-force. When you get up on it, every time it would do that, it would make like a thump sound, like the motor was. It just felt like it was lifting up. Like you could feel the power. You could feel the power of the G-band just totally lifting up. So got those in there, and really excited about that. So, but it was kind of something I had to figure out. And then I had issues where when we got it in, it's about $1, right? Got a project over on the other engine, and that was kind of something. When I get stuff, I just always pray, for good business. That's my thing. White, black, whoever I encounter, so that it ain't a shady deal. Well, with that one, I got issues where, it's under warranty, and it's just some things where my truck is not running right. And if nothing else, I like my sport car, but I need my truck, and I really just don't have the money, right? I have the money, but I don't want to be shelling out just money that I don't have to shell out. Why? Because I don't have to. So, same kind of setup. I got to get this one. I got that one done, but I just had a few little different things that was going on with that one that just kind of created it to what it was. So, but getting that together, got this one in. It took a little bit. But back to what I was saying, I had to actually when I put it in. Of course, when you put in any new motor, I ain't talking about any block you want to put in all new oils, right? And then a lot of times you want to do all new plugs. Well, a lot of times, sometimes I have a lot of tools. I do a lot of top end work, but I don't actually pull the engines, right? And that probably happened any day where I started pulling engines. So, but this particular time, my installer, the guy that actually I had do my engines, my cars, is about a more tight fit. I knew I was gonna have to do it, and like I said, I got to do my truck again, and it's about $1. Well, when I get my engines, I usually get rebuilt engines. I usually get brand new engines on my cars and trucks. And like I say, when you do an engine, you want to do all new oils, all fluids. You want to do spark plugs, and you should need coils, but the coils don't run bad. But a lot of times it's good to just put brand new pumps in there, steering pumps. So it's new motor. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to go through all that. It's frying out, but like I say, I do most of all that kind of work, like starters, alternators, anything on top of it. That's where I'm at. And I've been in the game long enough. I ain't just gonna go out and buy some stuff I don't need. So with this one, like I said, I was running a tight dollar figure, and I said, well, I'm gonna get it done because, like I say, the last time I got in it acted like it wanted to just push to the floor, and you just hear the rods feeling like that, like they was coming out of there when I pull up on it. So I said, okay, well, it's time for me to get it done. And I had been planning on doing it. I just got a lot of things going on, my house, do that. And I said I wanted to get it done because I like the little sport car. So what I want to do, long short, I said, you get the new block, everything. They had the gaskets, the valve covers, everything. They have the chain, all that. And it's a new install. So I'm like, well, put everything. I ain't got it because I had put most of all brand new parts on, just transfer everything over, even the plugs, right? Well, long short, I had an issue with timing. It was giving a misfire, and it just wasn't firing right. And if you get a misfire, it's more of or you'll hear it. You'll hear it like it ain't popping right. Like it's, you know, when you get down on the pressure, it just ain't giving you what you need. So, you know, you learn where that's at, and that's what it was. What he had told me was misfire. So I went in, I think it was a cylinder 8 or something, and I got a spark plug tester. So pretty much what I did, right, is anything I do, I usually test. Like I got a couple fix-it tools, and those fix-it tools, I got some fix-it tools, and then I usually test, like if the part go out or whatever, and then, you know, it just usually tell you that. But like I say, spark plug. So that's what it was with that. It wasn't getting pressure when I first got it, and then I got it in there, and then you know, it turned out all right. So that's really the overall on this one. But overall, running really good. The block's really sound. You can tell the pressure's there. You know, I want to flash it. It's got a few little just little minor tweaks on it. You know, touchy feelies. You could do this, do that. And like I said, like the plugs. I had an e-vape sensor code on there. Well, actually, when I put another one in there, I had just made sure my wires was good. I had actually got another one, but I put it in there, and just making sure all my wires are sound, and if not sound, they're just, you know, everything is running right. Because, you know, if it's not running right, if it's not hitting right at that right cylinder, you're gonna have a problem with it. So got that pretty much good. Like I say, it's touchy feely, you know, what's it doing this for, what's it doing that for, but beyond that, got good power. Everything's running, good heat. Just a bad muscle car, man. Blogs, I had promised you guys, but I just kind of, you know, been kind of busy. Of course, you know, been doing the sport car, the sport bike content, and then of course I'm finna get ready to get my Harley Davidson. And you guys know I love, you know I love off-road, so that's what it is for me, man. That is, off-road is so content. You know, with me, I get my projects on, have it up. I do a few kind of rides. I got my Harley dudes, and then I got my sport bike dudes. Few dudes I ride with every now and then. So that's where I'm at with that. But I hadn't been putting any content. I had the one that I had. What else we put? I got new foot pedals. I got all carbon fiber in here. I got some really cool, funky seat covers, and they sold these. I was like, well, it's too good to be true. It was a one piece, so I got something where I'm gonna make it to where it's all white, but I'll show you those. We got the Hellcat symbols on the back, and then we got, of course, I got the blacked out eyes, the blacked out headlight eyes, and then I got they call them the fog lights. Now I really like those. Now I was gonna go with the hallucinogens, the ones that were basically kind of different. I was gonna go with those, but I decided not to because it just was too busy. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Yeah, them RGBs. And when you put them in there, you got it's installation, and I was gonna put the roof on there, which I might still get the roof, but I really just like where it's at right now. But then I was gonna get what they call that? I was gonna get the hood. But I said, well, I can hit and miss on the hood. I don't really need to get the hood because I was thinking of some of the things that could happen. Meaning the hood with the hole in it, because you know you got water. Because I already got the advanced air filter in there where you got it just breathing good. I got that. I got the new throttle body on there, so it's toned in pretty good. Like I said, I got to do a few minor tweaks, meaning a few minor tweaks where I'm gonna do a few minor tweaks where I'm like I say, maybe take out the ECU and do a few things, but beyond that, we'll be pretty solid. So I'm gonna stop this video, just getting a little footage. We're gonna bump again, get the sound. You know, we're on point right now. We're gonna bump again, get the sound, and then I'll open the hood up. I'll probably go to the park and then open the hood up. So we're gonna merge. This video will probably go about 20-25 minutes. So we'll get you run around all the little different stuff. You know, I love all my followers on my eDub Rider. Saying we're getting a little busy. We're getting closer and closer to 100. So, but I know I got all kind of content. People, they might like other people content, but you know, I hunt, I fish. Of course, we do. You know, do motorcycles. We do cars. You know, I just do a lot of little different stuff. And of course, I'm a mechanic. I do a lot of stuff, work around my house. But this is one that I had been putting off for some time. So I said, well, I'm gonna give them some because I hadn't had it done. But it got me so down because the engine just wasn't running. See, and like I said, probably the last ride I had prior to me actually, you know, just deciding to get this one done. It was making that sound like the rods was pushing out. I said, oh no. So I just pray anything I do. I went with a different company in terms of the engine. I'm thinking that they're going to be pretty solid. I'm just praying that, you know, it's a good situation. It's a good business deal, and then I don't have problems. You know, so like the older I get, I just value good friendships. I value good business, and you know, if you tell somebody something, you know, you put your word behind it. You don't say, well, you know, we can expect this, and then when something come up, they trying to you know, muscle you out of your hard-earned money that you gave them and stuff. That's not good business. You know, you got to figure out what you bought went wrong with what they bought, what they sold you. See, so you know, I get it. You know, it's always a play and how. Yeah, I don't really like going off like that, but I'm gonna stop this video and we're gonna start it back up. No, actually, I'm gonna keep running through here because we want to get some footage. I probably won't have too many of these. I kind of just, you know, do it back and forth. Pick and choose, but hopefully I got that thing showing where it ain't looking dusty. I cleaned the lens on it. week I was up and I went up to Wisconsin, and that was kind of a trip because I wanted to get that trip out the way. I wanted to try to make the Chicago trip. Me and my bros went to a few different Stockton, Bearing, a few different spots we rode. I rode my group ride with them, and that was really fun. But I try to meet all my spots like Roscoe, DeKalb, Milwaukee. I got Madison in there, but I was trying to go. They had a fest up there to where it was an Oktoberfest, and they have a few of them. They have one early, and then they have one later. So I didn't get that one. But I was gonna get that one, but I was in my bike mode, so I wound up getting my Wisconsin trip out the way. But that one kind of turned out as a flop because I did like maybe about 130 miles there and back, little give or take, probably a little more than that. And it was just too much wind. It had to be at least 35 to 40 miles miles hour worth of wind coming off of that thing, man. And I'm like, just way too much wind, man. Just way too much wind. And I got it out the way. I was going probably about 50 miles per hour here, but I go pretty fast. I think I'm a medium rider when it's safe to go fast, if I can say it like that. But just going 200 miles, that bike will go like 205 miles per hour top end. Just going like 160, just pinning it. That ain't my style, man. I like to enjoy my bike, enjoy my ride. I love group rides, but this particular time, like I say, we was this particular time, I was it was just the wind was like 35 more 45 miles per hour, man. I'm like, that bike is real big. It's a big. I mean, it's gonna push through the wind. But I mean, and then on the highway, you gotta crouch on it too. Like if you're on the Harley, you gotta kick back. But if you wide open like that, you're getting all that wind, and if you don't hold on, it's actually dangerous. So it's a certain safe way, at least that I ride comfortable when I do highway runs. And I do a lot of running on the highway, like my bike's in my bike route. So anytime we go out, you just usually over 100 miles or so, 100 to 200 miles. Where we actually getting in the end and enjoying ourselves. But man, got up in there, got to going, and I had planned. I went through the town route, and something told me to go through the town route because the wind I couldn't even feel the wind until I got up on after I got up on the turnpike, and then I got up on once I got up on the turnpike, and then I got up on I just got on the highway and I got going. It was actually way too much. So I said, oh no. So, but yeah, beyond that, it's been pretty good. Just been kind of chilling out. I want to say bike season is done. I probably ride today, but all that cold riding, I really don't like riding that cold like that. But like I say, what I really like doing is I really like off-road. That is so gangster to me, man. That is so fun. I mean, it's adrenaline pumping. If you got the right trails, and this little area that I was at, I've been kind of blessed over the years. They doing a lot of reconstruction over there. Like, it don't even look like the place that when I first moved over there years ago, or 50 years ago. They had all them trees and stuff, growing up high and stuff. It just don't look the same anymore, So it don't look the same anymore. But I always had a little, like, more of the side roads. You go out and you get you some runs on the side roads, and you enjoy yourself, But like, they got a big on South Springfield. They doing, I think, a plasma or Mart or something over there. That's gonna be kind of interesting because it's gonna be interesting because it's just not gonna really impose a problem. But I'm not gonna be riding over there like that. That's gonna probably stop. I won't be doing that because my thing was just I could go out, like my backyard. I could ride on my property, but I love, that's where I like it because it's a lot of land, and this little area used to be an area where they used to farm, and they put some stuff over there. I'm like, really? But like I say, I wouldn't even have to put the floor in the back of the bed, man, and go find a little spot to go. I just get out the garage and I go my little spots. I might go like 10, 12 miles. 20, 12 miles, man, put my boots, my hats on, my camera, and it's a day. I enjoy myself. So I think I'll probably be able to do it a little bit on the side, but I ain't gonna really be doing it that little area. That little area was perfect, and I've been doing it for years. They never bother you, you know what I'm saying? Four-wheeling is that's off-road. Four-wheeling is off-road. Four-wheeling is not street. You see the little kids and stuff riding around. You know, they're not made for the street. And I don't really like ride. I don't ride mine on the street. I might come in, come around, but yeah, I just go out and I enjoy myself. I like it, I enjoy myself, but I never had a problem to whereas, you know, it never no problem like the police. And like I say, they don't really bother you unless, of course, like you're on like a park or you know something like no. And there's be so many dudes over there. But like I say, I love off road. But that ain't like my go-to. You know, I love my sport bikes. I love my Harleys. But each one of them got their own little spot, man. That to me is so gangster. That it ain't because it's that, but I'm talking about a real sport quad. Like one, I ain't talking about no little Daewoo, no little like mini bike or no a real one. Where you, I mean, it's got down torque and you getting out there and you riding and you enjoying yourself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I enjoy that. So I'm gonna turn this off and then I'm gonna start the music back up and then I'm gonna get a picture of actually us in the. Because I figured it about 30 minutes. I'm gonna get this one up and I'm gonna delete it and get a picture of the overall engine, some of the mods we got, and then that'll be a good auto vlog we got today. So beyond that, I'm happy with it. So signing out. So we're getting a little intro noise. A little intro noise. Intro noise. Got the sounds banging, man. I took off the selfie stick, so it should be all the solid video, man. You know, we're gonna be doing it, man. Something else, man. They do a lot of stuff, you know. I get it, but you know, it should be a such thing when stuff gets old. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's almost like a fight or something. You be around something. You know, most people know if it's a fight or a fair fight, then you ain't. You know, they do different stuff like that. Tell you they be rallying stuff here that, you know. You ever seen somebody try to brag to you about some stuff that ain't? I don't know. It might be me, but I don't know. Kind of different. The last footage. Yeah, but it run good though. They tell you to break it in when you get a new motor, like 100 miles or so. You know, before it actually kicks in, it seems like everything's kicking in. But I got a few finer, final tweaks on it before I get it just right. Like I say, I'll probably be getting a new ECU on this one to where pumping it to where it's getting just right. That's what he said. overall picture, overall build, and complete. I did my calipers again, my Brembos, got my rims on. I had to tweak my system. I took it out, and wanted to show you a few things. Got this one bubbled out, got the Hellcat symbol on there. Of course, we got the 5-inch tips on there. Not like these. When I got the straight pipe, they gargle like mouthwash right there. Them things like they're spitting fire, man. But overall, the Hemi is really good. Got some different emblems on this one. I like these Hawks, so I kind of went with those. And then of course on both sides, I got the windows tinted out. So just wanted to get a little footage. Gonna add everything together. I've got a lot of videos. I mean, fishing videos, barbecue videos. You know, it's all about consistency. As you know, on the blog, I say I do a lot of stuff. You know, do the car, do my car, my truck. You know, kind of share with you guys with that one. But I finished up on this one. Really excited about this one because it took a little bit. Anytime you're trying to do something, it take a little something. I got some guys, my plugs that usually do stuff. They was in the hole with me. They said, well, when you coming, you know, so it's more of a setup. I had to get everything together. And so I thought I'd get a little footage. I got my fog light lenses. Heck of a upgrade. Got my light lenses. Totally tweaks the car out. Got my new front grille. My Hellcat symbols. So worth. I really do think this setup is a better setup. More functional. These are really secure. They got lips on them, and just kind of want to watch your car, man. These cars are very accessible, but just thought I'd get a little footage. I think this will really, you know, when you're coming in, coming around, you know, make it look really, really neat, sleek in design. So signing out. New fog light lens covers. Signing out. All right, real quick video. We got the front lip splitter. This one right here really throws it out. It goes with the fog lights, headlights, and then we got the new grille. So thought I'd get this one done. I was in debate on the hood. And, you know, it's almost like gold. If you're gonna get something, you're gonna. But for me, I ain't gonna go ahead like I got the engine done. You're gonna get it done. You're gonna get it done right. And, you know, if you're gonna get it done right, most time it costs a little bit. So, but I'm real happy with this build. Got the back tail splitter coming, and then got maybe 1 or 2 more accessories, and this one pretty much be done with this one. Got a few other projects, but I wanted to finish it up because I wanted it to look tight. So front lip splitter, right to left, front lip splitter. Yeah, real aggressive build. It makes I think it makes the car sit lower. You know, it looks more advanced. It looks more. Just looks like a better build, man. It's a lot lower with the lip on there, a lot more aggressive. So I'm liking it. So front lip splitter video, signing out. Okay, so I thought I'd get a finished video of this. I had waited. The new back seats. I think this kind of came out pretty good. I got this one piece on the bottom. And this is kind of interesting setup because it didn't have the top piece. So what I did is I kind of ordered some material and I pre-stitched it. I said, so for what it's worth, I was going to just go with the all black and put the other one over on my truck because it was the same kind and it was tearing. So I said I'd go ahead and get it. But overall, I like this setup because it's the white, kind of different. You got to maintain it. Of course, you know, white a little better. I'm pretty thorough and clean with my stuff. So